Hey guys, this is Coach Joy
Coach Beast.
for 14th Yoga Mobility Warm-Up. What do you got this week?
We got nice heavy load quad here. 8-minute time cap, okay? Trying to get down through this ladder, okay? Starting off 10 deadlifts, okay? And then you're gonna increase your reps and your loads of the deadlifts, but the box jumps stay the same at 15 reps.
So really heavy, so be very aware of core mobilization. Don't compromise your back or your lower back for the reps. That's the big thing. So we're going to work on these target areas, your whole posterior chain, so your hamstrings, your glutes, your calves. We're going to work on that core stabilization. And then finally, what are a couple tips that we have?
One, make sure you load up your barbell correctly, okay? Don't want to mess up on putting the incorrect weights onto your barbell. So make sure your your weights are as according to the WADI. Be in charge of your loads, don't compromise forms for speed, make sure your back stays straight, don't round out as soon as the weights get heavy.
And then last thing, Beast, do you think the girls are going to beat the boys again this week?
I believe so, girls are looking great.
Awesome. Let's go, guys. Alright guys, so we talked about how important the core mobilization is going to be in your deadlifts, and very often the cue in CrossFit is butt tight, belly tight, and keep that as you go. So we're going to show you a great yoga move to get that butt tight, belly tight, that then you can transition into your deadlift.
For your lockout?
Yep. So you're going to need one yoga block. You could also use a book if you don't have a yoga block. So Beast is already standing against the wall. He's going to take his feet out a little bit, about thigh bone distance away, and then he's going to sit down nice and low into a chair pose. I'm going to give him this block so he can squeeze that in between his legs, so he's going to have to take his feet a little bit closer together. And that's going to help him in terms of direction. So you want your tailbone to move towards that block. And then you want that block to move down as you're taking your legs in and down. And then the big important thing here is that the whole time you're going to lock your belly in so that there's no space behind the wall. I can't put my hand behind him. And then he's going to take his arm, hook his thumbs, and take his arms overhead. And the whole time he keeps that, so no puffing of the ribs. Really important. So this is the position. This is the really good position. His abs are engaged, his ribs are down, there's no space for me to put my hands. This is a great exercise to test this out. You can hold this for 5 to 10 breaths and lower your arms and then sit back up. And you can do a couple reps of these so you can really feel that engagement of the abs. And then take that all the way through. Did that feel like a deadlift?
Sure did.
Awesome. Okay guys, so next we're going to stretch your calves and your hamstrings. So really important to stretch your hamstring for this exercise. So Beast is going to face the wall. And he's going to start by taking his right foot behind him. The heel is on the ground, and then taking his hands on the wall. And he's going to push into the wall, and really strongly, and then maybe walk that left foot forward a little bit. You're going to have to see Beast. And then bend that front leg. Do you feel it in your back calf?
Yep.
So the more you push into the wall, the more you're going to feel the stretch in your calves. So really important. So that's the first move. The second move is actually to take your feet in the same shape a little backwards. So I'll walk your left foot and your right foot a little back in the same shape. And then walk your hands down until your chest is parallel to the floor. So you might have to adjust a little more. So walk your feet out just a little more, Beast. Front foot back. And then really straighten that left leg. This is a very big hamstring stretch. So you want to have your hips squared to the wall and then try to get that right heel down. A big hamstring stretch, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So repeat on the other side. Do it on one side and then repeat on the other one. You can come out. Wait. My best effort at hair makeup.
3, 2.
Alright guys, so for our next move, it's another hamstring stretch. So really important that you have your feet against the wall and have a yoga strap. So there's a small loop around the yoga strap. Beast already has it around his right foot. And then the whole time you perform this move, the left foot is going to really like as if you were standing on the floor, is going to push against the box. So Beast is going to take his arm overhead as he lifts his right foot up. So nice and short. And then the important thing here is not how far you go, but more how straight the leg is. So you want to keep a nice straight leg and then come back down. And you can do this on the breath. So you would inhale, take the leg up. Stay here. And exhale, take the leg down. He's doing a really good effort also right here. So keep the same principles we've been talking about, like core mobilization, take the leg up. Nice. And there's a big stretch here on the calf as well, big stretch on the hamstring, and then take the leg down. You're going to do about 5 or 10 on each side, and then switch. So after your last move, you're just going to turn over onto your belly and come into a Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose means you're going to be on your forearms with your elbows right underneath your shoulders and your hands flat on the ground. Your feet also flat on the ground. So to come into the next pose, which is going to be a big quad stretch, Beast is going to take his left hand and place it further to the right, and then keep lifting off the shoulder. He's doing a really good job as he bends his right leg and grabs his right foot over with his right hand. You're going to have to like compromise a little bit, come out, and then as soon as he holds that arm, he's going to do a good job at really squaring his hips and the shoulders. So it's a big stretch. If you can't reach all the way, what you want is to use the yoga strap again. So I'm going to help Beast, I'm going to put it right above his ankle, and you can play with the length of this, and then hold the strap if you can't hold your foot. And then release, extend both arms, come back into the Sphinx, nice lift off the shoulders, extend that foot back, and then you're going to do the other side. Guys, for your next move, we're going to work on explosiveness on the hips. So we're going to do a touch and go reverse tabletop. So for this move, I've elevated Beast's hands because he was a little tight in the shoulders and you don't want to impinge the fact of extending at the hips. So for this, he's going to press into his hands, lift his hips, and come into a tabletop. So you really have to press into those heels, come up high, and then come back down. And do a couple of these. So go back up. Nice hip extension right there, and then come back down. It's also a really good stretch for your shoulders. It's a great move to do if you're doing a lot of chaturanga, a lot of push-ups. It's the counteraction to all of this is this. So do one more. Nice extension, and then come back down. Do 5 to 10 of these.
3, 2, 1.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this warm-up, and I hope it's going to help you for 14-3. 14-3 is, we can agree, pretty short.
Pretty short workout, so you want to be working fairly quick throughout the whole workout. A lot of tap and go deadlifts. Hop on and off that box, get all you got, have fun. Nice heavy deadlifts. Who doesn't like that?
Beast loves those. And those 2 moves, deadlifts and box jumps, those are moves that everyone can master. Week 1, we had double unders. Some people had trouble with this. Week 2, we had chest to bar. Some other people had trouble with that. So the great thing about this workout is that it's kind of accessible to everyone. So I'm really excited to see the scores that are going to come out of this one.
Absolutely.
All right, and if you've been enjoying these videos, leave us comments, send us some recommendations, and we'll see you next week.